think we're getting going today. I think today's going to be a good day. Let me just run an experiment real quick. All right.
Are there any general workouts you would add to the site armor workout?
That was just that was a replay of a tip I got a couple of weeks ago, just to make sure that that feature is working. I don't believe anybody's watching at the moment, but that's fine. We'll get started in a few minutes here. Let's see. Where is my YouTube studio? There we go. There we go. Good morning, Nathan. How are you doing today? Alrighty then. So, you might have noticed we got a little bit of cleanup to do because I was too lazy to do it last night after the workout. But that should be fine. I feel like today's going to be a good day. I actually got a full night of sleep. I am very well hydrated and very well caffeinated, so there may be some bathroom breaks throughout the day, but other than that, we should be good to go. Just a little cold, you say? Are you talking like a sick cold, like a little flu? Mild flu, or are you talking about the temperature is cold? Unfortunately, the English language doesn't very well, at least colloquially, distinguish between the two. So it's one of those things that can be hard to tell without broader context. Alrighty then. And we're getting started on time today, so that's good. I've had a lot of trouble starting. Well, this isn't even starting on time. I'm still, what? Yeah, 10 minutes late. At least from what I, should be going live at. But of course, there was some kind of technical difficulty that I needed to figure out. These 25s, I can only get one at a time. Did shoulder presses yesterday for the first time in a while. I probably do those more often because that's probably where I'm weak on my bench press. So if I work on my shoulder press, I should be able to get my bench press higher. Let's see here. Alright, good. These will slide off nice and easy. And then slide back onto where they're supposed to go nice and easy. I was sort of feeling those shoulder presses in my lumbar, and I got to be very careful of that. Because the lumbar is where I injured myself last year, and goodness, that was that led to literally the most painful thing I've ever experienced. I'll just have to put this back. Believe it's possible. Others feel it won't be seen, for none believe in miracles. Some give a stone for a diamond, and some remain in silence. The temperature is cold. Okay. How cold is it over there? It was a little darker and cooler this morning for me, but you know, we're getting later in the year. Achilles, please don't drink my water. I really should just like get a paper towel, or maybe even like an actual coaster. That'd be a good idea. Achilles, I said please don't drink my water. Oh wait, you're Zeus. Regardless. Are you thirsty? I'll bring you a water bowl. Let's see here. We're gonna need... Oh, how'd that happen? There we go. We're gonna need Mr. Yellow Bench later on. So just put this over here for now. And we'll put this... right about there. And then we can put the squat rack in here. There we go. And now we can take the yellow bench and put it over there where we can access it very easily later. 7 degrees. That is cold. That is below freezing. Well, the cats appear to be thirsty, so I'm going to go grab them a bowl of water really quick. Pardon me. Alright, sorry that took so long. There were a couple other things I needed to take care of while I was at it. Hey, cats. Look at this. There we go. Alright, we should get started right about now. I've stalled long enough. time is it? Yep, I'm only 20 minutes late. Alrighty then. Here we go. Let's see here. Yeah, we're just waking up. You know, I'm starting to wonder if maybe I should go live at 11 instead. 11 is a little bit easier for me to manage. There we go. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think the viewership is a little bit better when I go live at 11 or noon or something like that. I'll have to figure that out because, you know, part of the reason I do this at 10 is because it's early enough for me to get started. It's not too early for most people, at least I don't think. It's early enough for me to do this. This might take a couple hours. I'm done at about lunchtime. And then I take a little break, recover, wash up, and I've still got a few hours to work on other things before I have to go teach. Here we go. There we go. Get these hip circles. I see Redwall in the chat. I can see that much from this distance, but I can't see what he has said. But I will just say that I would recommend doing some of these stretches with me if you can. You might be able to pull more out of yourself during your own workout. There we go. There we go. Alright, now let's wake up these knees. Goodness gracious. I wonder if you guys heard that. Should go to the side here. There we go. Open up. Yeah, open up those ribs. Lats are nice and tight. There we go. Yeah. Whew, nice sunny day today. That's, let's see. Hey, Brawny, might not be able to work out as much today as something creaked in my hip the other day, and now it really pinches. It's not as bad as the other day, but still hurts. Sounds like you pulled a muscle, probably because you might not have been stretching. See if you can follow along these stretches with me, and that'll probably loosen it up a bit. There we go. Yep. That's what happens when you're old as frick and don't, you know, you take a few years off here and there, you get old, and now you got creaky frickin' joints, whereas if you kept up with it from a young age, you wouldn't have creaky frickin' joints. I'm going to need to drink a lot of water today. I can just feel it. Thing about caffeine is it'll get you going, but it'll also dehydrate you. It'll dehydrate you, and it'll keep you in the bathroom. But your heart rate's going to be up, which is going to slightly increase your metabolism and, you know, make you feel more awake, so there's that. Oh, man. What the frick is going on here? It doesn't look like we're getting any computer sound. Gosh darn it. How did I just notice that? There we go. What the heck is up with that? That should be set to default. Alright, now you guys should be able to hear the music. Yeah, so stretch out with me, and you should feel things loosen up a little bit. So tell me a little bit more about this injury that you've got. Where do you feel it? And you said you felt something creak and now it pinches. So that, I mean, I need a lot more information, but that sounds like you might have strained a muscle. So, tell me a lot more about what you were doing when it happened, and basically anything you can. I'll try to give you some tips for it. Where did I leave off? Oh yeah, I just did toe touches. That means we got to do scorpions now. Really stretch those quadriceps. There we go, there we go, there we go. We'll come up to the front and do leg extension. There we go. Now let's try the other side. There we go. Where's my balance? Come on. There we go. Okay. Now, the squat stretch. Base out your legs. Let's see here. Now then, base out your legs. Try to touch the floor. Straighten out one leg. Point the toes to the ceiling. Make sure you keep both heels on the floor at all times. A lot of people, they'll cheat. They'll get lower like this. I don't know how well you can see my foot here. It's all black, but right now I'm picking it up. I'm on the ball of my foot. No, get the heel down. There you go, there you go, there you go. And keep that leg straight, and then just shift. I should probably wear white socks too. Well, I don't know about white socks. I gotta get some kind of colored sock so that y'all can see what my feet are doing. But white would just show all the dirt. I believe I've talked about this before. Alright, so that's the squat stretch. Oh yeah, that's why I didn't keep my water up here on the table. Can't see the chat like that. Alright, now we're going to do butterfly. Fold your legs up like so. Keep back straight. Key to a straight back. Chin up, shoulders back, chest out. Grab your feet, pull them in as far as you can. And use your elbows to push your knees to the floor. And once your knees get to the floor, try to get your head to your feet. There we go. All right, so what's going on over there? Red Bull saying I was dancing like an idiot to my music on Monday. This was after the workout. Needed to let my stomach digest breakfast and not work out so early. It hurts right above the hip bone when I bend. Okay, so you're talking about here. So that, let me see, if you were quote dancing around like an idiot That's I mean, that could have been any kind of movement that strained that. But let me know right now if I'm pointing at the right spot, or if it's higher or lower, right? Because if it's lower, that's probably hip. If it's higher, it's rib. But here is oblique, and that's just a matter of stretching. Okay, right about there. Cool. So let's get back on our feet for just a second here, and I'll show you what to do about that. All right. So what you're gonna want to do is real gentle for about 30 seconds. Gonna put the one hand behind your back like so, right? So it should look like this. Take your other hand, and you've got a choice. You can either really reach over, or you can do what I was doing earlier, put it on the back of your head and point with your elbow. Now, in either way, what you want to make sure you do is make sure you're not forward or backward. You want to be straight as you go to the side like so, right? I can do it from this side too. Straight over, right? So when you do that stretch, what you want to do is you want to say, you feel it here, right? You start to feel the stretch. Give it 30 seconds, whenever you start to feel the stretch, and then every 5 seconds, just go a little bit lower, right? And then, of course, do the same exact thing on the other side. Hip circles should also help with that, and when you do those hip circles, you want your feet wide and you want to get your whole freaking body into it. I don't know how old you are, but, you might get the reference of bring it around town. Bring it around town. Like that, right? So, I used to do that with my kids way back in the day. Kids class, and they all got the reference, but that was a different time. Alrighty then. So yeah, do that a few times on each side, 2 or 3, and that should loosen it up a bit. Alright, where did I leave off? I think I left off on butterfly, which means we're doing sit and reach next. Let's see here. There we go. We'll get low. I have the camera pretty high up on a shelf right now, and I wonder if I should put it one rung lower. Now then. Sit and reach. There we go. Leg on top. So why am I doing the same stretch twice? Well, I'm really not. Having the leg down on the side here gets the hamstring, which is the back of the thigh, right? When I put my leg on top of my knee like so, right, and you can sort of see I got like the joint of my ankle resting right above the joint of the knee. You'll feel them sort of lock into each other. This is getting the back of my knee and a little bit of my calf. And those are both very necessary. Nope. Forgot to do the pretzel stretch. This one's essentially, you got to get the lower back and the glutes and the abductors stretched out. I don't know if you guys can see it. No, you can't see it right now, but my cats are fascinated by something that's just outside of the door. Let's see. I wonder if I can show it. We can see one cat there, so I'll zoom in all the way to myself. Tilt down. Wrong direction on that pan. There's a cat. What is he so fascinated by? I have no idea what's out there. Okay, I already did this side. Now I gotta do this side. Let's scoop myself over here a little bit so we can look at me and the cat. I can't even get mad about it. You come here to see me and you end up watching the cat instead. I don't blame you. There we go. And then the pretzel. You really want to take your time with these stretches. The deeper you can hold them, the longer you can hold them for, the better off you'll be. Oh, I didn't know I had two versions of this song on here. Here we go, there we go. Alright. Let's see here. Red Ball saying on my left side so it struggles to put on my socks. Goodness. Yeah, that hurts, but I do feel some help. Good. Yeah, it's gonna sting. It's gonna sting a little bit. It's gonna be tight. But like if it starts to sear, like a stabbing pain, or if it starts to burn painfully, then you've got muscle damage. But that strain that you're feeling, that pinch, that's fine. That's going to come with it. It's injured, it's tight, it's trying to heal itself. So with a little bit of time, you keep doing that stretch a few times a day, it'll be better by Monday. Now then, splits. There we go. All right. Oh, there we go. There we go. Get those joints, calves. There we go. There we go. Lumbar stretch again. There we go. You can't give up your laughter because you're scared of a little pain. Thanks a ton, Brawny. You're very welcome, Red. That's what I'm here for. So, I do have a curious question for you, if you'd be willing to answer me. When you first started coming to the streams, your name was Gamer Brawny. And if you want to change your name online, that's perfectly fine. I'll accommodate that. But now I don't know what to call you. Are you Red or are you Red Wall? Yeah, and the rest is just 1, 2, 3. I don't even bother with numbers. Forget that. You're not that special. All right, let's do a little bit of kata. Kata is another thing that you should always be able to do even when you're injured. You just take it a little bit slower, just like everything else. I love teaching kata because it is by far the most versatile type of exercise that you can do. You can do them fast and get really good cardio. You can do them slow and get really good calisthenic strength, as well as develop the kinetic chain, balance. They say karate begins and ends with kata. It also helps in self-defense, which took me a little while to understand that concept. I'm dancing here with predetermined movements. How is this going to help me in a fight? Well, what it's doing is it's building muscle memory. So that if I ever do need these movements, they just happen automatically, and the muscles that use them are strong and fast. It also helps with visualization, which is very important to being able to do anything, really. You can't just do it, you've got to also see yourself doing it. So, even as I go slowly here, I'm sort of imagining what's called the bunkai, the applications of these movements. How would I use these? What situations? Now, that's not a substitute for actual sparring, drilling, pressure testing, but it helps. It's a good supplement. It's better than nothing. But of course, you do need to be able to understand all these techniques and their context. Otherwise, you're just dancing, and that's not going to help. I've had, people I used to be friends with, they come up to me and they go, "Oh, what do I do to learn self-defense? I can't find a karate school near me." Which, if you can't find a karate school near you, you're not looking hard enough. They're everywhere. God almighty, I don't think there's a single strip mall in this city without a karate school. But even so, there's a lot of times I wouldn't recommend karate, especially for self-defense, says the guy that has been doing it for 23 years. That's because there's a lot of really bad schools out there that teach a lot of nonsense. And sometimes they teach it as just, they try to cover themselves with, this is a traditional style. And sometimes they're actually like, no, this is for actual self-defense. You can actually fight with this. And they teach the dumbest stuff I've ever seen. And then of course they're just like, oh, we don't really bother with the workout. We don't really bother with the sparring because these, and I quote, "these techniques are too dangerous to use in sparring." The frick, and pull them if they're that dangerous. It's always nonsense when you hear that. So, you get schools like that, you're actually better off with a wave master at home and just punching the thing for 10 minutes a day. You would get more training out of having a punching bag at home and hitting it for 10 minutes a day than you would spending $100, $200, sometimes $300 on some nonsense karate class that doesn't actually teach you how to fight, barely teaches you the techniques, barely teaches you the forms, and barely gets you any workout. There's a short term for that the martial artists like to use to describe that sort of thing. We call them McDojo. And that's just where you go to waste your money. They sell you on the idea of being a martial art. But really, they've got some nonsense belt program, and as long as you're there for a certain amount of time, you're going to get those belts. And that's not actually earning it. And you're not actually learning anything. It's really just a waste of money. They should have come to Brawny's dojo instead. Or Brawny doesn't give a frick how much money you got. Yeah, sure, I'll take your money, but you're also going to learn. You're also going to... That rank, that belt in my school is 100% of representation of what you know, your skill, your fitness, and it's a reflection of my ability to teach. Zeus, gosh darn it, stay out of that trash bag. Zeus killed a lizard this morning, left it in here, half of it. For some reason my cats never just eat the lizard. They bite off the back half of it and then leave the corpse on my floor that I then have to clean up. So of course, I threw the corpse out, and now the stupid cat's over there digging in the bag where I threw the corpse out. Stupid cat. There's a few drills and katas that I teach in my school that are technically advanced, but I will start teaching them at any time, sometimes as early as white belt. It could be your first couple of months and you'll be learning these. Sanchin, the routine I'm doing right now, is one of them. It's very slow and physically very easy, so it's really easy to follow along with without worrying. But it's also got some very advanced techniques in there, mostly focused around your breathing, your stance, your rigidity. It helps you, like I said, it helps you learn how to control your breathing. It's also an isometric exercise, so you can still get cardio and build some muscle out of it. Sanchin is typically practiced as you're going through the kata, through the movements. The instructor is going to come up and he's going to hit you, wha-bah, in the stomach, bah, on the shoulder blades, into the ribs, kick the legs, kick you in the stomach, punch you in the stomach, karate chop your hands, and depending on what the instructor thinks you need will depend on how hard he hits you. My teachers, they drill me, and I'm grateful for it. They freaking, when I'm here and I'm all tensed up and they come with the bah, nail me in the stomach, I like that, right? That's how I know I'm good enough to earn their respect, that they know that they can go full power on me. And them going full power on me is how I know I'm going to get better at that drill. So it's an advanced thing, but because it's slow and the movements are easy enough to follow along with, I'll teach that at white belt. The earlier you can start practicing controlling your breath and focusing through getting beat up, basically, and taking a hit, the better you will be when you get to purple belt, brown belt, which is when you technically need to know that kata. There's a few like that, too. There's kumite drills and sparring drills. Kumite is just the word for fighting. But at least in my school, we'll say sparring and we'll say kumite, and even though linguistically they mean the same thing, there's different connotations to each one in my school, at least. So, like a sparring drill and the kumite drills are different. The kumite drills are a little more choreographed, they look a little more formal, they look like a kata that you do with a partner. And those I'll teach at any rank as well. There's ones that we do with staff, and there's ones that we do empty hand. Those you can learn at any level. You can learn the sparring combinations, the sparring drills at any level too. Even though, like the kumite drills, you don't need the first one until you're going for blue belt. You don't need the next one until you're going for like brown black, which is a belt color, brown black. It's half brown, half black. Shows that you're in the midway point between brown and black. It's its own belt. The empty-handed one, you don't need that until you're going for blue belt. So, but it's good to know them and get them out the way, because they're easy enough to learn, and they have benefits. Now this one though, Kusanku, I wouldn't teach this one to just anybody. This one is learned later on in the curriculum, and there's a reason for that. Nah, I'm not going to do the jump this time, because I did the jump on Monday and ended up needing to fix my floor. I can do the jump here though. What song is this? I'm actually not familiar with it. Faulty and John Kenza, Best of Friends. Cool! Alright, last of the katas. So, tell me out in the chat, how do I look today? And I don't mean that in like, am I handsome? Because I know I look like someone glued googly eyes onto a Sasquatch foot. I mean, can you see me? Are my movements clear? Am I blending into my background too much with my dark purple frickin' hoodie? Opted to wear white today. Hopefully I show up better on camera. The more I do this, the more I feel like I should be wearing like bright red or bright blue. But I don't have a lot of bright red and bright blue. And certainly no hoodies like that. Need a hoodie, because I can't show off my body yet. Because I'm still morbidly obese. But I got white, I've got purple, and I've got black. Pick my colors the same way I pick my favorite pony. Is that one purple? Purple is my favorite color! Dang, Brawny, for someone who hates SpongeBob, you sure do reference them a lot. Shut up. Nobody asked you anything. There we go. Oh, I don't give a frick about attracting more heat. I want the heat. I want the smoke. I want to sweat. I want it to hurt. All right, my friends, I'm gonna take a breather, another restroom break. I'll be back in a minute, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of the workout. All right. After these messages, we'll be right back. Goodness gracious. I got a lot of gunk in my ear, gosh darn it. That's no good. That's kind of gross. I'm going to need to fix that later. Alrighty then, get these shoes on. What do you think, Achilles? Alright, let's see here. Now let's get that tower in frame real good. There we go. Okay, let's go. What song is this? Icon for Higher Venom. Interesting. I actually don't remember adding this song. Alright, one more thing I want to check on real quick before we get rolling. Man, the Twitch dashboard is just awful. All right. Okay. Get a good stretch. There we go. I'm putting it off because I don't find this very fun. Alright, on Monday we did 774, I think, on the pull-ups. Let's see if we can do any better today. I'm feeling kind of tight and strained, so probably not. But we're going to do our best. Alrighty, and here we go. Okay, 8, not bad. Now for the dips. Oh man, those pull-ups always take it right out of me. Yeah. Now for the leg lifts. And now for the push-ups. Hiya. All right. Now we'll get our timer going. Oh, it cleared my... There we go. 2 minutes on that clock. And we're going to catch our breath. So, I don't know if anybody noticed or cared that when I do tower, I do 2 minutes of rest versus all the other exercises, which are on for 30, or on for 60, off for 30. That's because this is a lot more muscular based. And there's 4 stations all in one. It works the whole body. So you definitely want to take a little bit more time to catch your breath. Let the muscles reoxygenate. Rest. Let the heart rate come down a little bit. Because if you strain yourself too much on things like this, you're not going to get anything out of the rest of your set. You want to go from set to set as fresh as possible so that you can continue to do those high reps that are going to help you see that progress that you're looking for. And just take your time and catch your breath in between each one. Never turn this fan back on. Got to keep that air circulating in here. I've got doors open, I've got fans going. It's as good as we could get it. But, you know, anybody who has space for it in their dwelling, I would highly recommend this thing. I got it for about $100. If you're patient, you can find them. Sometimes people just get rid of them too. That, and optionally a punching bag or a jump rope. That's really all you need. Alright, that's our 2 minutes. Gotta remember to pull up towards my chest and really flex my lats into these things. Gotta imagine like you're breaking a stick. Take a deep breath in and exhale against the resistance. Okay, 7's good. Get the hard ones out of the way. Go. Feeling good today. Whew. Let's see here. Okay. Hopefully I can do better than 4 pull-ups on this third set. Okay, 6, not bad. Oh. Oh. Breathe, Brawny, breathe. Oh. Who the frick put addict on this list? I don't remember doing that. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Oh, it's not addict, it's used me up, okay. Okay. There's that. Whew. Oh, between bench press yesterday and push-ups today, feeling it in my chest. That's a good strain. That means we're building muscle. Muscles look nice. They're functional. And the more of them you have, the faster you burn calories, less likely you are to have visceral fat. Visceral fat is very dangerous. You don't want that at all. I've probably got a lot of it. Reminds me of the last time I got a composition analysis, and it was done with very entry-level tools, so I don't know how accurate it was, but I had always been telling pedals, oh, I've got the body of someone at least 10 years older than I actually am, and she didn't believe me. And then we got that analysis, and the guy's like, yeah, you've got all this visceral fat, and your metabolic age is 10 years over what you actually are. And I just kind of gave her this look like, told you? Don't know why people don't listen to me when I say things. I'm always right. Oh, that was a fast 2 minutes. Let's see here. Note to self. Don't dance like an idiot after a workout that day. Let muscles relax for the day before you do anything extracurricular. I mean, it shouldn't... If you're going too hard in movements that you're not used to, yeah, you might injure yourself, but extra shouldn't really hurt you. If anything, it should help. Oh, goodness gracious. You could dance lighter, not hurt yourself that way. You could do movements that you're more used to, not hurt yourself that way. If you stretch before and after the workout, you'll prevent a lot of injuries like that as well. Alright, now to set up the timer for the intervals. Yes, listen to your body. Very good. Oh, that was the wrong button. Hang on. Okay, we got to put 1 minute on. 30 seconds. For 3 rounds. All right, let's do some crunches. All right, 30 seconds. We'll have each other's backs and let our true self shine. And that's because everything we need is alright here when we're with our team. Oh, there we go. Leg lift time. Oh man. Oh. Oh. That was no good. I cheated. Alright, next we'll do heel touches. It's a lot harder to cheat when you've actually got timers. Let's go. Get them oblique muscles. What's up, Achilles? You gonna do some heel touches with me, buddy? Whew, there we go, there we go. I managed to keep pace that time. All right. Now we need to save that timer, so we'll put 2 minutes on this timer. Catch our breath and check chat for the next one. Nothing new in the chat yet. I wonder if anybody's even watching. OBS doesn't really tell you. I believe the kettlebell swings are next. And those are the ones that always frickin' kill me. And I end up looking real bad, failing at the midway point, or even during the first set. We'll just, hopefully we're doing better today. They're supposed to be really good for the shoulder tendons, though. You know, on top of just being a really good overall body weight cardio, work the squats, work the abs, work the lower back a little bit. All right. Tell the kettlebell swings you'll make short work of them soon. You got this, we got this. Oh man, I don't know about that. But we're about to find out exactly what we do got. Just control the breathing first and foremost, and don't put so much lower back into it. I think that was 32, which isn't bad. Well, actually it is bad. What you working on today? We are working on, well, same sort of cardio full body routine that we were doing on Monday. Right now we're at kettlebells, which are my least favorite. Oh yeah, I'm already feeling that in the lumbar. Frick. Gonna have to adjust here, because I'm feeling it where I shouldn't be. Still doing better than I did last week, but frick is it painful. Yeah, right in the lumbar, baby. Oh. Let's see if I can round that sucker out and not feel it so bad. Lumbar got a little bit of work last night too during the weights. Standing curls, yeah, standing barbell curls and shoulder press. Barbell shoulder press, I was feeling it a little bit. And now, really feeling it. So we're gonna take it a little easier. I injured my lumbar last year. And unironically, quite literally, it almost killed me. Lost my ability to walk for a little bit. I don't want to do that again. So we'll just get a little bit of a leg workout here. That's good. Whew. All right. 2 minutes on the clock between exercises here. And next up are monkey squats. Another kettlebell exercise. Okay. I am absolutely not satisfied with myself and my cardio and lumbar strength on the kettlebell exercises here. Definitely not indicative of where my fitness level should be. How about you, Louis Fitness? What are you working on today? Anything fun? Let me know. Yeah, I gotta keep my back stretched forward. This is really not good posture, but I'm getting a nice little stretch in my lumbar. And I want that sucker as loose as possible. All right. Okay, monkey squats, and then we're going to need to grab some water. Now, since I'm doing these slower, I might as well use a heavier weight. Last week I was just using 10s, and that hurts my pride quite a bit. So we're going to go slow, using 25s. Really get these wrists and biceps and shoulders working. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay. Up! Ah! Ah! Okay. 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 Catch your breath. Let's take a little nap for a minute here. Oh, here we go. Stretch out those back muscles. There we go. That feels nice. Oh, I don't remember adding this song either, the frick. Am I still listening to my freaking workout playlist? I'll have to check that in a minute. Yeah, because I don't remember putting this. Alright, there's my alarm. Rah! Alright, I actually think I'm well enough hydrated to just get straight into the band curls. Oh, good timing, too. This is an excellent song to do band curls, too. 1 minute on the clock. Okay, just barely managed to do 30. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that in the arms and shoulders from last night and those monkey squats from just a minute ago. Let's see if I can do 2 more 30s. Oh, 31. Oh, my back hurts. Oh, 330s. Got it. That last one might have been after the bell, but whatever. Okay. Oh, I always put the remote in the wrong pocket. All right. Okay, on your feet. Gotta put the band away now. Oh, guys. My shoulders. Oh, my shoulders are feeling it. Oh, frick. Oh, those step-ups are about to work my shoulders a lot more than they are about to work my glutes and hamstrings. The frick. I have no idea where I'm going to pull the strength to get all the way through step-ups. Frick. Rusty Helm, how you doing today? Okay, we're gonna tough it out. We're gonna tough it out. Okay, I think I'm clearing the ceiling fan. Rusty, I hope you're having fun at that charity event. Alright, there's my alarm. Okay. This is going to be a lot harder on my shoulders than it is anything else. But it's not supposed to be easy. Just control your breathing, and you can get through it. Okay. All right. We're going to take a seat for 30 seconds and try to catch the breath. That was a little bit of a cheat right there. Okay. Let's just take a kneel here and pray for a little bit. Oh boy. Okay. Nice right under the ceiling fan. Catch a little bit of a breeze. 2 minutes to catch a breath. Redwall saying I'm going to call it here. Good to work out. Not good to be a couch potato. It's better. Don't push my body and make sure I do a cool down exercise. Yeah. Good job, Redwall. You did good today. Even if it's not. And yeah, while I don't terribly think highly of myself, I also don't blame anybody if they're not able to keep up or go for as long. Strength is relative. You do your best. Doing your best is a choice. And choosing to do your best is how you get stronger. Ergo, strength is a choice. Alright, that's our cue to get started on the next one. But first, we're going to take a second. We're going to clean our good friend, Mr. Yellow Bench. Thank you for supporting me in these trying times, Mr. Yellow Bench. I know I can always count on you. Nice and clean for the next person to use Mr. Yellow Bench. There we go, off to the side there. Let's go grab the reflex bag. Oh boy. Rah! My poor little shoulders. How's that look? Hold still. I'm going to put you over here. Okay, that's nice. I can work with that. Another use me up? Or did it just shuffle into it twice? Let's see, where are we? Okay. Alright, let's just hit this shuffle. And that's enough stalling. Oh, Achilles, you are not going to want to be there, my friend. You want to do some boxing with me? I do not think I'm using this thing correctly. And nobody ever taught me how, so I'm doing the best I can. Come on, frickin' thing. Ah! Do I need to be like here? Get covered by the thing? If I'm over here, I'm running into my bench. And if I'm over here, I'm punching into my bench. All right. All right. Our next two exercises are machine gun kicks and heavy bag. So, oh man, my shoulders, they hurt so much. You know, I don't think this thing's actually shuffling. I feel like I'm hearing the same songs in the same order. Come on, give me something I haven't listened to in a little bit. This works. Yeah, I gotta get. You know, I didn't get a chance to ask our good friend Emerald Spencer about that before he left for a week-long trip. So, I'm gonna need to either do it next week when he gets back, or maybe he'll be able to help me over the phone or something. I don't want to bug him too much while he's out visiting his family, though. Get that thing out of here. Okay. We're gonna take a breather, get some more water, and then we gotta set up outside, because I'm not dragging that frickin' Wave Master back in here again to screw up my floor and get water everywhere again. Although I did put a cap on it, so it might not have that problem anymore, but who knows. We gotta reset the timer though, because We need one more round. And we'll just hit the pause button as soon as this starts and pick it up there when we start again. Oh, all right, water. Enjoy the musical stylings of Forever Free Brawny while I'm gone here. Hello, Crazy Whore. How you doing today? Alrighty then, I'm back. Where'd I put my headpiece? There it is. You're very welcome, Redwall. I'm glad I could help. Especially if it did actually help. Now then, let's grab our good friend the camera and take a little trip outside. Ideally, without getting caught on something. There we go. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. There we go. Good thing I bought a braided cable, because that thing was trapped into the door. Now the sucky thing about this is I can't really tell the framing. It's going to have to be a lot of trial and error while I get this figured out. There we go. Let's start with that and see what it looks like. I don't even know if you guys can hear me while I'm out there adjusting the camera. Oh, that looks like it should be fine. So now let's take our good friend the microphone. And we'll put the microphone out here with us. My tripod for the microphone broke. Oh. Alrighty then. There we go. And we'll get the timer out here too. Okay, so just remember guys, while we're out here, I can't see chat. So I'll step off camera for a minute or two in between sets and check on chat and try to respond to you guys. But I can't see anything while I'm doing this. Oh, frick, wrong button. Wrong button. Come on. There we go. Okay, so if y'all remember machine gun kicks, we're doing those to work out our hip flexors and ultimately throw better kicks. So the goal is to set my foot down as little as possible. Oh, here we go. Definitely tired. Yep, feeling it. Feeling it from those step ups. Oh man. Out of breath still. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man. We've got to throw at least 10 without sitting down. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go. Right on time too. All right, now we'll do the other leg. I've got these set for 2 rounds on each leg, and I really should do it for 3 rounds on each leg. So I've been doing 3 rounds on everything else. But you can see that I'm feeling it. The old boy's not all that strong anymore. Let's see if I can get 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, are you kidding me? Come on. Let's go. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Take a breather and try to do it again. Out of breath. Oh man, I keep leaning forward, and that's why I'm having trouble holding it. Whew, come on. Okay, we're on round 2. Back on the right leg. This is one of those things that you might not use in a real fight, but if you practice it, you get some benefits out of it that are going to help you in a real fight, such as if I can sit here and hold my balance and throw all these kicks, and if I have the strength for that, then a single kick would be absolutely devastating. I know that's more than 10, but I wasn't counting. Oh boy, come on. Breathe, Brawny. Just give it a rest. One more round on the other foot. See, this is what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be dead by the end of it. Save the easy stuff for last. Get the most out of yourself in the hard stuff that's going to really tax your body. Build those muscles, build that endurance. And then on the nonsense like this, you're getting the same amount of workout, because even though it's technically easier, you're so tired out that it feels hard. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I almost had 15. Come on. On the beat. Here we go. Bring the beat back. Yeah. 6, 8, 9, 10. Second round's definitely a lot better than the first round, but still. Feels good. One more. All right. Two-minute breather at the bell. And then we really beat this thing up. It's a kickboxing match. 5 rounds of 3 minutes. It'd be a lot better if I actually had somebody who could fight with me. Because as good as that cardio is to just beat this thing up for 15 minutes, it's even better to have somebody fighting you. That's where the real workout comes in. Let me just set this timer. I'll check chat if there is any. And then we'll get into our last workout. Let's see here. All right. These got to be 3 minutes with a 1 minute break in between. So I need to knock 30 seconds off of this for 5 rounds. I'm very glad I figured out how to use this thing, because it's been a lot better than fighting with that clock on my wall every time. Alright, let's check on chat. Excuse me while I step off camera for a second. See what you guys are up to. Alright, yeah, just Crazy Horse saying that y'all can hear me, which is good. Glad about that. Also, I just noticed you saying, don't make your knuckles bleed. Don't worry, I won't. It takes a lot to make my knuckles bleed. I almost have to try to make my knuckles bleed in order to make my knuckles bleed. If I sat here and knelt on the ground and punched the sucker for like 2 minutes straight with decent force, I might make my knuckles bleed. This thing, it's not going to do anything to me. Here we go. You know what I should be doing a little bit as well as I should be drilling my point style. Ooh, that was hard to do. This back fist. So I got to do some point fighting later tonight. And I suck at it so bad. I am so freaking bad. I'm probably bad at fighting altogether, but point fighting, I just really don't get along. What you do there is you stand there at a distance, right, and you really just got to just lunge forward, throw that front hand as fast as you can, and then get out of the way because he's coming back. Or So I just stand and box with this thing and get a cardio out of that. I'm sure it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I actually, the more I think about it, the more I lean towards I should just stand here and box with this thing, because it's going to help my overall cardiovascular, which I'm also in desperate need of. Most fights are won on their cardio. It's like 50% of who makes the first mistake, right? And at really high levels of fighters, whoever makes the first mistake, that's usually going to be in the end of the fight right there. But if nobody makes a mistake for the first 2 or 3 rounds, then it comes down to cardio. And how long you can keep going at that same intensity that you started with. After that, a small amount of it is, you know, knowing your opponent, predicting their moves, controlling the pace of the fight. Most martial arts and most fights are won based off their fitness and not necessarily their technique. Technique is very important. Efficiency is very important. Fighting instinct is very important. But your cardio is first and foremost. That's 1 round down. 4 to go. You know what else I should do, guys? After I get done here is I should go run for a mile. Now, there's a lot of things I don't like. There's a lot of exercises I don't like. I do them anyway. Bottom of the list of exercises I don't like, really anything involving weights. I don't consider myself a weightlifter. I lift weights. I'm not terribly fond of it. Outside of generally lifting weights, squats, especially barbell squats and Bulgarian split squats. Oh, frick, I hate those things. Now, the next ones, I don't know where they stand for me. They might switch their ranking depending on the day. With swimming, I do not like swimming. Mostly because I can't really swim. I used to swim when I was younger, when I weighed like 250 pounds, and I was just really freaking fat. I swam, but I didn't really swim as much as I just kind of floated there, because I was so buoyant from all that childhood obesity that I didn't really need to worry about sinking. I started training, my muscles got really dense, my bones got really dense, and then one day when I was, I think, 17 or 18, I got in the pool and I just couldn't frickin' swim anymore. Could not stay buoyant. Treading water took all my energy for even just a few seconds. After that, I couldn't really swim anymore. Now, ever since Pedals moved in here, we swim together occasionally, but I am not fond of it, which sucks, because swimming up there with fighting and running are the best cardio that you can do. It's really easy on the body, on the joints, but you can go at your own pace for the most part. You can really get your full body workout out of it. Abs, shoulders, chest, arms, back, rotator cuffs, even legs and hips to a certain degree. Next up on the list is running. Holy frick, I hate running so much. And even at my lightest, which as an adult, the lightest I ever weighed was 175. Man, I miss weighing 175. I had abs, guys. I also had nice long hair. Come on. Oh, there's only a few seconds left. But even at my lightest, I couldn't run. And I've never been trained in running. Nobody's ever, sat me down and really examined my running form and tried to figure it out with me. But, so, if there's something I'm doing wrong, I don't know. But I've tried it myself, and as I get older, I just keep getting worse. And 2023 was the worst of it. I got my 5K down to 32 minutes, which is still pathetic, by the way. I believe 25 minutes is the average for a 5K of a man my age. So I got my 5K down to 32 and a half minutes or something like that. My fastest mile was 7 minutes and 55 seconds. My fastest 2K was about 11 and a half minutes. And then I had a heart attack. Oh, frick, my lungs are feeling it here at the start of round 3. And ever since that heart attack, really took a dive. But even before the heart attack, I broke my frickin' ankle in late 2023. I don't even know what did it. I just might have twisted it at work or something. Ran on it too hard. Depression got me quite a bit. So that was lessening my times. In February 2024, I had a heart attack, and holy frick, that it took me several months to even sort of be able to run after that. It's been a year and a half since then, and I can almost do a 5K without stopping, but it takes an hour, and my 2K is 15 minutes, and it was only just recently I was able to do my 2K again without stopping at 15 minutes, which sucks. I'm still getting there. So I don't know if at this rate I can ever get better at running. I was probably never really built for it in the first place, which sucks, because running is up there with the best cardio you can do. Running, swimming, and fighting, especially in a continuous format like kickboxing, Muay Thai, Kyokushin, regular boxing. Things like that. See if I can just keep moving here. Whew. Come on. Oh, I got to rechamber on those kicks. You can't just throw those kicks and let them fall. You got to pull them back. You're ready to throw another kick. Like this. Come on, Brawny. Keep moving, keep moving. Keep those arms up. Keep your head covered. There we go. Now we can rest. Sparring is fun though. Like, of the three major cardio types, I think I like sparring the best. In fact, I like it by a wide margin. And I don't mind hitting a heavy bag at all. That's actually a lot of fun for me. But running and swimming, forget about it. Freaking hate those things. Okay. Here's round 4. Just gotta keep moving. Just keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Let's do a little step through, spin back fist. Roundhouse from here, work around this bag. I'm probably covered by the bag at this angle. Keep my showmanship in mind here. Ah, man, I've lost this fight. Whoever this heavy bag is, he is so glad I'm in the shape I'm in. Because I get barely breathe, barely keep my hands up. My pressure is lightened quite a bit, and he's still good to go. Come on. Okay, halfway through round 4. Let's go. Let's see if we can just roll on the beat here. That was a good 30 seconds. You, come over here. Stay where the camera can see you good. Dang it. I challenge you to a duel. Oh, frick. 23 years of training my foot. Ah! Come on. Whew. At least we're getting through the whole thing today. Had a pretty good time, too. I am looking forward to my protein shake. Just got one more round to do first. Even if you don't have a heavy bag at home, you can still shadow box. You don't really need equipment to do anything. You can still just throw punches. There's a little bit of haptic feedback, a little bit of extra resistance in being able to actually hit something, but you don't really need it. You can get by just fine kicking and punching the air. If anything, you're going to work different things. If you're just kicking and punching the air, you're going to be forced to control your movements a little bit better, lest you overthrow, wear yourself out, pull something, you know. Okay, last round. Probably something I should not be trying on round 5, but I wonder if I can do a double kick. Let's see here. That'd Side, spin back. Not the best, but not horrible. Wish it was a little more fluid. I could probably do a tornado if I just... There we go. That wasn't too bad either. These jump kicks take a lot out of you though. Let's try a hurricane. Alright, that worked. Let's see if we can throw roundhouse kicks on the beat. Where is the beat? Here it is. Nope. Not fast enough to throw kicks on the beat. Not on round 5. Let's try a hitch kick. So hitch kick is, they're technically thrown out of range, but on the chamber, you hop forward on the extension. So I chamber out of range, but on the extension I hop forward. It's kind of like a short little jump kick. Really good for controlling distances. Because people think they're safe from this distance. And then you just go like that and get them. It's not even that great of a hitch kick. Come on, Brawny. You say you want to get back in the ring? You're not ready for no freaking ring. You're murdered out here. Cardio's always been horrible. Every good chunk of the fights I've lost were lost because I didn't have the cardio to end it in the first round. Didn't have the cardio to go past the first round and couldn't end it in the first round. Good chunk of the fights I won though, because some dude would just leave himself open in the first round. I go, BAM! Get him. Alright. Let's get a sip of water. Check on chat, and then we'll clean up for today. Hope you guys have been having fun watching me torture myself. It's been a little over 2 hours. Yeah, about 2 hours and 20 minutes-ish. Okay. All right, good workout, guys. Let me put this back, get it plugged in, check chat. Another godforsaken stream bot. I swear to God, I've gotten one every single stream I've done. I'll have to take care of that in a second. Whew. My chest is bumping, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's put this microphone back where she goes. Right about there-ish. That's where I keep the microphone. That's where all my sound comes from during these streams. And then we'll take our camera and not get caught in my frickin' feet this time. There we go, there we go. Whew, yeah, it's tilted up a little bit, but we can work with that for now. Whew. Well, that's the whole routine, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that. For those who followed along and worked out with me, thank you very much. That's the reason I do it. Remember, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Until then, we'll see you on Saturday for the gaming streams and the debate streams. And we'll see you back here on Monday for more of this. I think we got one more week of this. And I might change up the theme of the exercise streams for November. Not 100% sure yet, but we'll figure that out. We got plenty of time. Anyway, thanks again to everybody who come out. Go get some protein. Go get 8 hours of sleep. Go make sure you do your stretches, your cool downs. Eat your vegetables. And we'll see you next time. Stay safe. God bless.